North Korean leader Kim Jong Un supervised the test of a new surface-to-air missile and vowed to take a more aggressive stance in disputed waters, the country's state TV reported on Thursday. It comes a day after South Korea's military detected the North firing multiple cruise missiles off its eastern port of Wonsan. Kim has overseen a flurry of weapons tests since 2022 and has recently upped his rhetoric against the South, declaring it Pyongyang's #1 enemy. Kim also accused South Korea of violating its territorial waters. For more on the security situation on the Korean peninsula, our reporter Jaime Ocon spoke to Matthew Sussex, a security analyst from the Griffith Asia Institute in Sydney, Australia.
What do you make of the increased frequency in weapons testing? Is this more for show, or is there a logic to this?
Oh, look, I think it's probably a bit of both, in that now seems to be a very opportune time to create havoc in the international system. And, North Korea has been no stranger to that for many, many years. But I do think that it senses that, there is potential to, be able to rattle its sabers and show off its capabilities. Just to give the United States and South Korea and Taiwan and Japan something else to worry about. And I think to an extent that this is also informed a bit by, the closer relationship between Russia and North Korea, which, probably sees as being able to act with a bit more impunity than previously.
We've seen rhetoric heat up. Recently, we saw North Korea label South Korea as its biggest enemy. How significant is that in the sense of how partners are going to need to adapt to manage these threats?
Yeah, look, that's a fantastic question. And to be honest, the answer could be either. In the past, we've seen the DPRK ramp up the rhetoric as a prelude to, in fact, signaling something that it wants from the West, and is potentially, prepared to make concessions. On the other hand, of course, it could be that there is a sense that if you harden your rhetoric towards the United States, towards South Korea, and its friends and partners, then you are, maximizing your visibility within the area, within the region, as a country that can do harm.
Recently, we've seen not just traditional military threats like missiles, but also new threats like cyber attacks, satellites, even drones being tested from North Korea. Would you say that this is making it more difficult for the United States and its allies and its partners to counter these threats?
North Korea is becoming a much more sophisticated multi-domain threat, whether that's, evolving past ransomware to actually being, quite capable of, extracting sensitive information. On the pointier end of it, I think it's a real worry that the DPRK is modernizing its military quite significantly, and also its ability to strike at range. And I think perhaps the concern is going to be not just that the DPRK evolves a new suite of longer range nuclear capable missiles, but that it starts moving towards some kind of triad, survivable triad through submarines, which we know it's, interested in putting nuclear weapons on, land-based warheads and potentially aerial ones as well. And I think that would be a really, really dangerous thing for the region and extremely hard for the United States to deter.